Good Sunday afternoon. Cold Sunday afternoon. Hey, we are back. Missed you guys last week. Had some stuff going on and missed hanging out with you guys last week. But we're back today nonetheless. And we are excited about it. So I want you to sit back, enjoy. It's too cold to be outside. So I know you got to be tuning in and watching today's SFC. And we are here to just take a talk about some stuff today. We're going to talk about some stuff. Let's talk about what it means to determine your own outcome. I think that's what our topic is for this month, determining your own outcome. And we spent some time talking about that a couple of weeks ago. And I want to talk more about that. We got into it. So we didn't come on last weekend was my birthday. So thank all of you. I really appreciate all of you for the birthday wishes and all of that stuff. I don't tune in to or log on or view Facebook outside of doing this show. So if you sent me a birthday wish, thank you. I really appreciate you more than you know from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And just because I didn't respond, don't feel bad about me. Just know that I don't do Facebook like that. Again, you should have your 39th again. Absolutely. But so here, let's talk about determining the outcome. We spent some time the first Sunday in this month. And this month is literally a week and a half till it's over that quick. So I need you guys to do this. We're going to determine our own outcome. We talked about what that looked like the last time we were together. We were talking about how so oftentimes we sit back and just let life happen. I don't think we've ever been taught that we get to determine our own outcome. And we do that by the way we think and the words that come out of our mouth. I don't think we realize that how much damage we do, how much damage that is done by what we say and by what we think. We feel like that if we're having a bad season or a bad day or a bad week, we immediately attach those bad thoughts and bad words to the rest of our life. And we allow that season or that moment to define us. And I don't think that that's the way life is supposed to be lived. I think that life is supposed to be lived moment by moment. You have a moment, you let it go, you let it continue to pass and continue to move on, and you do the same. You continue to move on. But I want to go back and recap some stuff. How do you determine your outcome? Let's talk about that for a moment, because what I don't think that we realize is that we have the power, that innate ability given to us by God, by source, whatever you want to call it. It's in us. It's in us to determine the outcome. I did something some time ago, and I talked about speaking to your day. And I know several of you tried it, several of you did it, and you told me that you had some wonderful experiences as a result of figuring out what exactly you wanted from the day. So, for example, every morning now I get up and I'm like, today is going to be a productive day. Today, I'm only going to look for good. Today, good comes to me in a perfect way. Today is going to be my day where I literally get to hear God speak to me, or I get to experience. Today, I'm going to be grateful for every moment of the day. So that's how I start my day out every single day of the week. And when I tell you, I started seeing such a phenomenal difference in me. My happiness was consistent. My joy was consistent. My gratitude was consistent, because I realized that I got to determine my outcome for that day. I got to determine my outcome for that day, rather than saying, oh God, it's Monday again. I got to go to work. I got to deal with all these crazy people. I got to get on the highway. I got to get on the interstate. I just don't want it. I wish I could just stay in the bed. I wish I could do this. Think about that for a moment. Think about that, how significant your words are. Think about how powerful your words are as you speak to the day and as you determine your outcome. After I speak to my day at night, I sit back for just a few minutes before I drift off to sleep, and I make sure, was my day productive? Was I grateful for every moment? Did I see the good that I was looking for? And I'm able to close my eyes knowing that the day ended up just like I had determined it would. And, sometimes there are things that are thrown in there, but the overall day turns out exactly the way I hoped that it would. And that was being productive, being grateful, looking for the good. So that's what I mean when I say determine your own outcome. Hey, Deontay, thank you for that. He says the video is dragging a little bit. Um, Catherine, hey, appreciate you guys so much. We often get caught up in looking for the bad. I tell people, I told you that some time ago that we only see what we're looking for. So when you're looking for negativity, when you're looking for that, and you don't determine your outcome and things happen, then by all means, that's what you're going to find. You're going to see exactly what you're looking for. So I choose, this is me, I choose to determine my outcome for the day. And I even go as far as saying things like, I'm going to be patient with myself, even when things don't go the way I want them to go, when things don't happen the way I think that they should happen. I'm not going to be reactive. I'm going to be responsive. And I'll say stuff like that to myself first thing in the morning. And I promise you, like throughout the day, like when little triggers happen in my head, in my ear, I hear myself saying that this is what my outcome was going to be. And I'm telling you guys, it works so much. Let me hear some of your stories. For those of you that did something with what we talked about a couple of weeks ago about determining your outcome, did you try it? Have you tried speaking to your day? Have you tried determining your outcome? And I want you to think about it. It's not just an overall average. Thanks, Chris. So good to have you. It's not just your overall day. Think about if you have a problem or situation, a circumstance that appears negative. I wonder what would happen if you were determining your outcome for that. I'm not going to let this problem defeat me. This is really not a problem. I'm just going to look for the solution. I'm not going to look at the problem. I'm going to look for the solution. Think about that. Think about how effortlessly your life will flow. Think about all the things that you could get accomplished just by having a different mindset and determining your outcome. You know, if there's a project that you're working on, if there's I don't know, a goal that you're trying to reach, go ahead and determine that outcome. It's the first year of the first month. The first year of the first month. Think about that for a moment. The first year of the first month. How do you want this year to end for you? Well, we got 12 months. Why you were, I'm telling you, if you determine your outcome, then you know which way you're going. And if you're not in alignment with the outcome that you've determined, you know how to make the necessary adjustments. So I encourage you, I promise you, if you go ahead now, it's not a New Year's resolution, it's not any of this stuff. What I'm telling you is you can look at it right now and determine how you want this month to end. How do you want next month to end? How do you want this year to end? How do you want this week to end? Do you want productivity? Do you want peace? Do you want joy? Do you want happiness? Do you want abundance? Do you want opulence? All of these things are available to you once you tap into the power that you have to determine your outcome. I promise you. Deontay says, speak to your day, speak to your life, speak positively, speak things that be not as though they already are. God gave us dominion and authority. Focus on the solution and not always the problem. Determine your outcome. Work on your short term. Absolutely, all of that in a nutshell. That's exactly what I'm saying. You got to do it. You have the power to do it. And we sit back and we let other people determine our outcome. We let other circumstances and situations determine our outcome. And that's why you're often disappointed. You're often frustrated and disgruntled. You're often bitter because you allow other people and circumstances to determine your outcome. I want you to think about something for a moment. When you get mad, every time that you get mad and you react to something that somebody says, that you react to something that somebody do, think about how much of a choice you had in that situation at the moment to determine whether or not you were just going to let it roll off your back or you were going to get mad over it. You get to determine the outcome. Are you going to hold on to it all day? Or you're going to hold on to it for a few seconds and you're going to let it go. You know, Cam has taught me so much. This little dude, we can be fussing. I can be fussing him out and fussing him out, getting ready to get his butt. And he'll cry or whatever. And 5 minutes later, he's literally like up in my arms, complete change of subject, completely different attitude, completely different, like nothing had happened. And so I've embraced that because what he has taught me is that was a moment. And it looks like sometimes he looks at me in my face, and when I still got the attitude and I'm still steaming over something he didn't done or said, he looks at me as if to say, but that's already gone. That happened 10 minutes ago, Poppy. That happened 15 minutes ago. So he's taught me how to just let it go, like that moment. And I don't have to be sad. I don't have to be bitter for a whole day. You know, some of us are on the way to work, somebody cut us off on the highway, and we talk about that for the whole entire day. It bothers us for the whole entire day. But I'm telling you, once you determine your outcome, once you realize how much power you have as to whether or not you're going to allow somebody to affect you negatively or positively, whether you're going to allow this situation to affect you negatively, positively, you're going to, by nature, choose positivity over negativity all the time. You will. You just got to train yourself, your thoughts and your words to speak over your life. That's what I mean by determine your own outcome. Nobody forces you to do anything or think any certain way. You choose to do that. You choose to think a certain way. You choose to be a victim of your circumstances or a victor. But the fact of the matter is, in you is the authority and the power and the wherewithal to determine the outcome for your moment, for your day, for your week, for your month, for your year, for your life. All right. I want you to sit back and think about that for a moment. I really want you to start speaking with the authority that you've been given. Live in the authority that you've been given and start determining your outcome. All right. That's enough for today. I appreciate you guys joining me back. Sorry if there was any technical difficulties that you guys were seeing and we're not seeing over here on this side. We are still a work in progress, and I want you to look forward to some wonderful things happening over the next 2 or 3 months with SFC and with just plain on me. So thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day and stay warm. Talk to you again soon.